always the beginning that is the hardest part. But then now you can say to the next guy that meet you, right, that hey, like if you want my help and I can do this and I got this and I did this and I did this and this and this for that guy, right? And I can do the same for you. Oh really? That sounds super interesting, right?
Exactly.
Right. So it becomes easier then.
Yeah.
It becomes easier. And then if you got this guy a super good result, then the guy will tell his friend about you, right?
Exactly.
And his friend, and his friend, and his friend, right? But what I think is super cool is that you started so young and that you stick with it.
Yeah.
Is that reason why?
Yeah, it's a good question. I actually think like a lot about like I had a friend, he also lives here, so we had like a talk like why is it that we like work so much and like actually do all these things. And I think it's like it's hard to figure out, but I think it's just like striving to do better and get more. So it's nothing like it's not like I want more money, but it's just like I want to be more successful.
Want to level up.
Yeah, I want to level up. I want to do better in life. I want to. Why am I not living here? Why am I living in an apartment? Like so, you know, there's always levels. And I think a lot of people say like you shouldn't chase those things, but I think it's good because it kind of drives you to keep going. And also because like let's say this villa was the top, then what's there to do? So that's also the good thing is that, and that's why I moved to Dubai, was that like where I lived, like I was almost at top, and I was 18 years old. So that's not a good mindset, because if you think like you're the guy and you're 18 years old, that you'll blow up at some point.
Yes.
So that's why I moved, because then there's a lot of like there's tens of thousands of people here, hundreds of thousands, making more money than me, doing better than me, and then I can look up to them. So there's more to kind of chase.
It's so the dream always becomes bigger.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. So it gives you like a drive and a purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So exactly, I keep telling people and telling people here on the fucking channel and the stories that something you can always become better.
Yeah.
Right?
In every aspect. Not only making money, but you can read more, you can work out more, you can like...
Exactly, you can always level up at something. It's like the game is like a goddamn... the life is like a goddamn video game.
Yeah.
Right? I remember back in the days when I was 13, 14 years old, I played World of Warcraft with my brother, right? And we took our computers in the same room, and then what are you doing? Okay, let's play arena, right? And shit like that, right? And you could always have a better weapon. Yeah. You could always have a better shield, right? And then you could make it legendary instead of epic, right? And you always had that drive and let's go and kill this boss over here, right? And we can show them that we got this shit and we got a new weapon, a better weapon and shit like that. And then people could inspect us in the big cities and shit like that, right?
Yeah, it's true, but and I think if you take kind of the same mindset over when you start a business, it just becomes like when you play a game, and if you fail, you just try again.
Exactly.
But in life, when you fail, you take it too serious.
Exactly. Many people do.
Yeah, because they think it's, and that's kind of the whole like, I'm 20, so, but we still like the school problem is that if you fail, it's a bad thing. But in life, if you fail, it's just a good thing. You just try again, do whatever, and then I failed like so many times. I started when I was 17, like. I was working with like huge businesses when I was 18. I failed so many times. I did so many like stupid things. Like when I look back at it, it was so stupid. But it's also the things that makes me like a lot better today and makes me more serious and makes me understand like how do you work with like large businesses and not just like your local restaurant and stuff like that. So it's just like the kind of video game journey.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I also failed like probably thousands of times. But you only need to get it right one time.
That's the good thing.
you really do. You just need to work one time, and then it works, right? When you figured out the magic formula and it started to, then you just did more of it.
Yeah.
And more of it, and more of it, right? The same I did.
Yeah.
When I figured out how to do the videos on Instagram, then I just did more of them.
Yeah.
And more of them, and more of them, right? So
now you're doing even more.
Now I do even more, right? The more attention, the more money you make. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
And to get more attention, you just post more.
Yeah. Right? And I think it's even better for you than maybe me, because I can look like people don't take me as serious, and your story is more true. It's more like you actually come from working like 9 to 5 to this for me, I have never like had a real 9 to 5 job. So to me, it's kind of like.
Did you do the McDonald's while there was COVID?
Yeah.
So it was like you couldn't go to school, but you went to McDonald's instead?
Yeah, so I just had nothing to do. And that's when I started the business. Because I was so bored. I was just sitting at home doing nothing.
How many 17 or 18 years old do you think just scroll mindlessly through social media every day? Because they really don't know.
99% of them.
Yeah, because they really don't know what to do.
I think, to be honest, I think I was even lucky because at that time TikTok wasn't really a big thing. Like just when COVID started. So like I was just like, if I were to do something, it would just be video games.
Yeah.
Then you get tired of that after like a month, and then I was like, okay, now I'll do something different. And I'm so happy that I started then because I think actually it's even like the opportunity is bigger now, but it's also harder to start because there's more things that can kind of take your focus away. There's more things like there's more, videos. There's more TikTok style like Instagram Reels, YouTube.
It's more hot girls shaking their ass on TikTok.
And that's the only thing you see because that's like the algorithm is just like big tits, and it's just everything.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, and they know how to keep you on the platform.
100%. That's what it's created for, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, that's also what I tell you. Like have a dream, right, and a goal and a purpose, right, and then you just focus on that. Yeah. That should be the only goal in mind. When you wake up, that's the one thing you think about. When you go to bed, that's the one thing you think about. How can I get to this? How can I retire my parents? How can I move to Dubai?
Yeah.
How can I drive a nice car? That should be the only thing you focus on. Forget all of the social media platforms.
Yeah.
You should use them to create something on, but not to consume it.
No, exactly. But that's what happens because it's like the way I started out was actually deleting everything. So I deleted Instagram.
I did too.
TikTok,
actually.
Facebook, YouTube, anything that could kind of take my attention. And then I had like only boring apps like Messenger. That's not a fun app. So I just
depends on who you.
True. But I just removed everything and I could just, and I still do that. So even now when I wake up in the morning, I have when I go to sleep, like 1 hour before I go to sleep, I put my phone on like plane mode, like airplane mode.
Really?
So no notifications, nothing. Because then when I wake up, I get like, the first hour I don't use my phone. So, and this is actually a thing, so your brain is actually more kind of, you'll get more dopamine in the morning, and that will make it harder for you to focus throughout the day. So if you use your phone in the morning, especially if you do stupid things like watch the news and stuff, it makes it even harder to focus throughout the day because your brain is more fragile in the morning. So it's even harder to focus if you use it in the morning. So when I stopped doing that, like I can spend maybe 3 or 4 hours every morning just working, and I can do more in that 3 or 4 hours than people do in a full day.
Yeah, 14 weeks.
True.
Exactly, right, because people are so distracted all the time. That's actually where we are very different.
Yeah.
Because I'm on my phone constantly, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Either it's calling a team member or a student or anything or a new thing. And I actually, when I wake up like 3 or 4 times during the night, the first thing I do, I check my phone and then I reply to messages in 4 in the morning. Hey, what's up? I work constantly. I'm on the clock. And this is about finding like what works for you.
Exactly, because that works.
Exactly.
And mine also works. Yeah.
Exactly, that works for you. What I did is I bought all of these courses at the beginning, and then I pressed play on the phone, and then I went to sleep. Yeah. So I listened to what they said actually.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
Right, and that's how different we are. Right?
Yeah.
And if people watching and they don't know what to do and shit like that, then you try.
Yeah.
Try what the fuck works for you, but just try something.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And I started out like working all the time, and then I could just see also because I work a little bit different, of course, than you because you're the face of something and I'm not. But so I just figured out like one thing that I really realized, and there was another guy that told me this, like at some point you move to a point where it's the quality of your decisions that's more important of the amount of decisions. And when I kind of realized that, I started like really paying attention to like my brain and my focus and how I can do all these things, because if I just make like 1 or 2 good decisions a day in an ads manager, let's say, and if that ads manager is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, then that good decision can make millions. But if I change that all the time and do all these things, it will be like it won't work. So so that's also why I think we work so differently, because the way you work is like you're the face. You need to reply. You need to do these things, and I'm more of like a kind of weird guy in the back end. No one sees me. I'm just working.
Exactly, and that's like a DM setter, for example.
Yeah.
It's also somebody that just
No one knows it.
no one
It's
knows
just
his
there.
name or anything, and he makes good money anyways.
Exactly.
And that's about also finding like what you want.
Yeah, because I think for most people, like you can make more money if you want to like show your face,
100%.
but you can also still make a lot of money not showing your face.
100%.
Yeah, and especially with what you do.
100%.
You can decide, do I want to be the face? You can get a lot of views. You can also just post someone else's content and get a lot of views.
Exactly, and sell somebody else's program in the back end that have something to do with whatever you post.
Exactly.
And it could be fitness related, it could be health related, it could be keto, it could be make money, or it could be anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Anything. And then you just post content about that, either with your face or Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, or whoever that you want to use.
Anything that can motivate anyone to just do something.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
So what is the next goal?
So I definitely want to get to like 150k a month in profits.
Why?
Because that's a Danish million, so I've
I've
always had the dream of doing that on like a monthly basis. But for me, I don't really have like that much of money goals. It's just more like to keep pushing, to keep growing, and just to keep meeting new people, getting a bigger network. Like as I said, I'm only 20, so the more I can do that, and the more people I can get to know and learn from, and the more people I meet, the more intelligent I will become. So that's just what I'm focused on.
Perfect. So you always have a new goal in mind, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what I also learned is that also speed, right, is like a crucial factor if you're gonna make it or not.
Yeah, execution.
Exactly. Like
looking at a to-do list, doing it.
Exactly like mine, right? I have a to-do list. You see here, and then I cross it over. I do that like every evening. I write down what I have to do next day.
Yeah, I do the same.
Right, and before I started doing this, like I couldn't sleep at all, because then I thought like in my mind when I was laying down, I also need to shoot this video here, and then I need to reply this person. I also need to send this email. I need to record this video over here. I need to remember to do this story on Instagram, and all of these things just rotated in my mind all the time. Then I started to put it down on a piece of paper in the beginning, not like this, but on a piece of paper, right? And I just went to bed because I was exhausted, right? Exactly. So definitely also do that. And then when you have something in mind, don't go a week or 2 weeks, a month or whatever to think about it. The quicker you can make a decision and take action on it, the faster you're gonna see the result. Right? And the faster you're gonna figure out if it's working or not.
Exactly.
Right?
I actually have a 5-minute rule. So if I ever get a task and it takes less than 5 minutes to do, always just do it now.
You heard that somewhere.
Yeah. I didn't find that. but it works so well, because like if you push so many small tasks, and that's actually what I did in the beginning, was that like I started implementing like daily habits and routines and doing all this stuff, making a to-do list.